One of the things that I genuinely managed to appreciate ever since starting my YouTube channel is the vast level of hypocrisy that our culture is capable of producing. Let me give you an example of what I mean. A couple of years ago, the feminist ideology was all the rave. And the feminist ideology was against corporations objectifying and exploiting women. And it managed to reach such phenomenal scale that the Grand Prix girls were out of a job. And despite the fact that many of these Grand Prix girls went on and complained about it and blamed the feminist activists for the fact that they're now out of a livelihood, none of it mattered. The Playboy magazine also decided to follow suit, and for a while they stopped showing risque ladies on the cover. And this ideology, which is against the idea of promoting feminine beauty, can be seen even more exponentially active in video games and comic books. Video games that had new take on what a beautiful and strong woman should look like were definitely praised by the corporate press. But video games that in some cases were even designed by women but had the unrealistic beauty standards, as the feminists like to put it, were shut down by the same critics. They would get lower grades, and the people who were complaining about it would be considered incels. They would be considered virgins because there was definitely something wrong with them for appreciating the feminine beauty in art. Now, the reason that I find this hypocritical, and I find it very interesting, but the number one most hypocritical thing in all of this is that the same people that claim to be feminists, that would go around and get the Grand Prix girls fired, that would go around and shame booth babes, they would do the exact same thing that they were against. They would go on Twitch, they would sexualize themselves in order to get super chats. So in other words, they were just taking down the competition, if you think about it. Like, maybe it wasn't hypocritical at all. And, you know, such examples can be found in Zombie Unicorn, who made a career on Twitch, made a lot of monies, but at the same time, she went to an E3 convention and used her platform to attack the booth babes, to attack another company for doing exactly the same thing. So now you have mega corporations like Twitch, OnlyFans, and the like, which are not only hyper-sexualizing women and using their algorithm in order to promote that, but they're using someone's daughter body in order to sell the image of that to some other person's son in exchange for bits. Now, I am a capitalist, so I don't really see a problem with it. It's just something that I wouldn't partake in, and I wouldn't let my kids partake in that activity because I do think it's harmful. I do think for a young man to go on a computer and actually think that if he donates money to a girl he never met and will never meet, that is somehow giving him some real relationship or some actual warm, fuzzy feelings. No, alright? Not in my household. Maybe in your household, but not in mine. So I'm not for banning it, but I'm just saying, like, I personally wouldn't partake in it. But I wouldn't shut it down either. However, again, like the people that were for feminism and social justice, they were for shutting down the Grand Prix girls. They were for shutting down the booth babes. But for some reason now, when it's about Twitch and OnlyFans, they're not only against shutting it down, they're for promoting it. And they shut down the critics. That's the funniest thing. They shut down all the critics. And the reason they shut down the critics, in my opinion, is the most hilarious one. Like, they think that what they are doing is called sex work. I'm not saying it's not work, okay? Putting a lot of makeup on and making sure that the camera is in the right place and all of that is definitely work. But where is the sex? You're alone in your bedroom. What are you doing? It requires two people. Unless you think you're the Virgin Mary or something. I mean, if you're the Virgin Mary, then maybe I understand. Like, you might have an argument there, but you're probably not. Okay? You're just some chick in a bedroom, being alone, making millions of dollars. There are no two people. It's just you. What is the sex? All right? So like, that to me is a little bit hilarious. Now, the thing that is the most hilarious is now that the central banks are against OnlyFans, all of a sudden they're freaking out. Right? So the central banks, I guess, are the true bastions that carry the torch of feminism into 2021. Because they're against this objectification shit. You know, like the 2016 feminists would have definitely targeted the OnlyFans. I guarantee you this 100%. So now you have the banks who realize, all right, well, there's a lot of problem here. Because a lot of teenagers are using these services. If you happen to use Discord, I'm pretty sure that you may know a couple of people here and there that claim to be young and they're using OnlyFans or they're using Twitch. And they're subscribing to certain people that, let's just say you wouldn't love presenting them to your mother the way they're dressed. Let's put it like that. So now they realize it's a problem. I mean, there are cases where people claim that their boyfriends, back when they were underage, took pictures of them and put them on OnlyFans. And this is just one example. I mean, there's so many. So that's why probably the banks, they don't like this and they wanted to pull out. So OnlyFans, for a while, it said, all right, well, we're not going to allow anything pornographic. Like, you can still get naked, but just don't put something in yourself. And of course, like, everyone freaked out. All the feminists, all the progressives, all the left-leaning people freaked out. And now OnlyFans is going back and saying, all right, well, maybe we can work something out. But I generally don't care because I don't use OnlyFans, right? I just find the hypocrisy so thick that you can cut it with a knife. So let me get this straight, all right? Like, if you have a person that says, I don't like the way Marvel is doing with their female characters right now. I really don't like the way that She-Hulk looks like. And I don't like the way that all of these characters in video games that comes from the West, they look androgynous. It's not just that they're dressed all the way up to the neck, but come on, like, they look so androgynous, like they're injected with testosterone. Like, what the fuck? If you say something like that, then something is wrong with you. Like, you're an incel. You're a virgin. You just don't know any better. Like, you are the problem. Because you have unrealistic standards of beauty. But, and the same people that will shame you, like, sometimes literally the same people that shame you, will go on OnlyFans to their queen and give her cash. And to me, it's really funny because really, these are the people that would speak. Like, I would understand if you were to have like a conservative gentleman with a family and he's the one shaming you for, it's like, oh, when are you going to grow up? Like, stop looking at video games. Just grow up and, you know, go outside, get a girlfriend, start a family. I would get if it was those people that did the shaming, but no, it's the people that go on OnlyFans spending their parents' cash. These are the people that have something to say about it. And it's the hypocrisy that's really hilarious to me. You have the actress that plays Black Widow, whatever her name is. I'm sorry, I'm not like that guy that watched The Avengers for 500 times, breaking the world Guinness record. Join my other channel to find out more. But yeah, so Black Widow comes out and she whines about, she complains like, oh, I've been objectified by the movie industry. As if it wasn't a contract which she consented to. And she made millions of dollars out of it. Is she going to give away some of her money? No, of course not. No, she's going to keep all the money she made, but she's going to complain. Why? Because it's popular to complain. It's what's expected. It's to say the right things. Doesn't matter what your actions are. Doesn't matter if you're part of the problem. No. Just as long as you say the speech, you're fine. And notice how she's not complaining about Twitch or OnlyFans. Right? Like, those are the problems. Just don't talk about them. No one gets to talk about them. Just so you know how bad Twitch and OnlyFans is, alright? If I were to take some of the things from Twitch and put them on YouTube, I would get a community guideline strike. Why? Because the people on YouTube actually, apparently, in this particular situation, still have common sense. And they would still go like, yeah, no, that's a little bit too far. Like, that nudity, no, not on this platform. But if you go on Twitch, like, sometimes, let me put it this way. If YouTube was a free platform and I could show anything I would want, I would even make a video game where you have to decide whether it is a picture taken from Chaturbate or if it's a picture taken from Twitch. And I guarantee to you, if I make this competition, many of you will fail. Because these are the standards on these other platforms that claim to be feminist, claim to be for social justice, and have their members attacking other women from other industries that do literally the same shit they're doing, but for less money. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset about hypocrisy. What can I say? You guys, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the comment section. And yeah, apparently, forgot to mention, OnlyFans withdrew their initial statement. And now they're going to allow sex workers. Again, there is no sex, okay? If you're alone in your bedroom, unless you're the Virgin Mary, there is no way to convince me. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll be live streaming right after this. I'll see you guys on the other channel. Take care.